walk into the shot here because it's live television.
Yeah, that's okay.
Absolutely.
NBA analyst Bruce Bowen joining us over here at the table, already seated. Thank you so much.
Waiting for y'all.
It's an action-packed segment already.
All right, Lakers improved to 23-3 last night after beating the Heat. LeBron said his teammates got on him after a poor first half, included 7 turnovers and 7 missed shots. What does that say about the makeup of that team, that they can get on LeBron?
Well, easy with the get on them. It's like me waiting for y'all, but at the same time, it's about constructive criticism. In this game, LeBron understands that as he's gotten older, he's willing to trust guys more. They saw that he was just a little too careless in this scenario where he's overthinking the game. And sometimes when you have players that have been in championship moments as well, like a JaVale McGee or a Danny Green, they can go and say certain things to him to get him back on track. And that's all it was. He was not aggressive early in that first half, but you saw in the second half, the words were received by the chosen one. And he comes out and he has an impressive second half, doing the things that we've grown accustomed to seeing him do.
Let's talk about the beard. You know, we opened the show today with James Harden. 54 points from him. I think he had something like 10 threes. Rockets beat the Magic. What are you seeing from Harden?
What I see from James Harden, and understand this, sometimes people don't like all the offensive stuff that he's doing, but he is an individual that is dedicated to making sure he can continue to work and improve and put his team in the best position he can. And you see it night in, night out. Some guys, he's been an MVP, he's been an all-star. What is there left other than championship? Sometimes you see guys fall off with new guys coming in, with Russell Westbrook this year. But he continues to push the envelope as far as trying to be the best he can be, coming up with new and inventive ways of a step-back three, Jay. I didn't think it could get any better, but he's still doing it.
Why are you singling me out? What did I say? What did I do to you?
I'm sorry. This is
constructive
criticism is not welcomed everywhere.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce Bowen. 5th time this season, by the way. I should mention that James Harden has scored 50 points, so he is finding new ways to come up with some offensive power there.
Received.
Here's over the Heat in Miami, almost in spite of LeBron. First half, not pretty. Careless with the basketball. The second half, though, completely different story, and he finished with 28 points and 12 assists. The Lakers also gave Miami its first home loss of this season. 113-110 was the final, and Dave McMenamin was there to see it all happen.
For a man returning to an arena that hangs 2 championship banners because of his NBA Finals contributions, LeBron James sure looked like a stranger in a foreign land in the first half Friday. Heck, he looked like a stranger to the sport of basketball. By the break, LeBron had missed 7 of the 11 shots he put up and amassed 7 turnovers. The Lakers trailed the Heat by 8. And then
my teammates got on my ass. They told me, you playing too passive, you're thinking about the game too much instead of just reading and reacting and doing what you do. Starting with this guy, he got on me. Boogie Cousins got on me. And they told me just be me. So I was like, thank God we got 2 halves in a basketball game where I can flush the first one and then try to come back up with win.
It wasn't quite so easy. There was one more miscue to start the second half before he settled in.
Jimmy was the one who got his hands on it again, but that was, I knew what was happening, and I read it wrong, and I was able to make the right reads after that.
That was his only turnover of the second half. And the Lakers not only extended their road winning streak to 13 games on Friday the 13th, but snapped Miami's unblemished mark at home in the process.
The second half definitely picked it up, everybody all around. Turned the ball over less and got some good shots, got it going, got it really going.
We all have respect for each other and have the confidence to go up to whoever, and try to get them going. The fact that, he listens and, everybody on the team listens and accept constructive criticism from our guys is what makes us so good.
It's sort of what the Lakers have been doing this season because they saved their best for last. They're 5-1 when they trail by at least 8 points at the break. Compare that to the rest of the league, the win percentage in those games, nearly 700 points lower than the Lakers.
So you got the Bucks riding a 16-game win streak. They're taking on Memphis. Grizzlies short. A couple of players, no Brandon Clark, got no Ja Morant, but you can see he got Giannis. And I mean, we have video proof to back that up. Go ahead and split the double team. Giannis through contact, off to a strong start. Looking to attack the rim early and often. Here battling the post. I'm going to step through that, maybe with an extra step. And I'm working through double teams if I'm Giannis. Eric Bledsoe drive and kick. Giannis, just straight up drive. Playing in his 25th game of the season, it's the 22nd time he's gotten to 25 points. It's a good efficiency rating. Problem was, he's also on the business end of Kyle Anderson, dunking in his vicinity. in sort of a rotational defensive maneuver from Giannis. It just, didn't work. Bucks
It's more than in his vicinity.
leading by 2. It wasn't on his face, though. All right, third quarter. Jaren Jackson Jr. happened. All right, he already had 10 points in the quarter, knocks down a 3. The shooting motion is unorthodox, but effective. 21st point of the quarter. He said there's never been anything like it. Everything was going in for me. I just felt like a crazy rhythm, and the basket got bigger. This is a heat check, and I'm still hot. Mr. Jackson Jr., if you're nasty, he's 20 years old. Youngest in Grizzlies history to have a 40-point game. He had 26 in the third quarter. Third highest points in a quarter this season. Only James Harden and Zach LaVine went for more. He finished with 43. Now fourth quarter. Here's how the game finished. Giannis over Bruno Caboclo. Problem was a little too much stank. A little too much whooping after. So they gave him a tech. And he's like, really, dude? Yeah, I guess, fine. But bringing the energy, and then Giannis is going to notice some open space after attacking the rim. They have to back off of him. Oh, I'm just going to knock this down. That's all. A little Satriki sauce from the Greek 3. He had 37 points. He was 3 of 7 from distance. Then he would drive. It's this cat.
I'm hungry. Now I want a Euro or something.
You want a Euro at 8:21.
Oh, I know.
a.m. Eastern on December 14th.
Lunchtime.
2019. Bucks roll that win streak to 17 straight, second longest streak in the NBA over the last 5 seasons. Remember when the Warriors were prone to such streaks?
Yep.
Feels like
It's like a long time.
Not that long ago, but also long ago. Warriors won 24 to open the 2015-2016 season. During this streak for Milwaukee, they're averaging an NBA high of 121 points per game. Member of the Magic.
Say it with me, it's James Harden. He plays for the Rockets. Harden went into the game with a chance to score more points through the first 25 games of the season than any other player ever. More than Michael Jordan? Why, yes. Yes, that's true. He needed just 16. I mean, a minute into the game, it's tied at 3, doing it all by himself. That's the first of many for Harden. In fact, Magic coach Steve Clifford was like, well, when he's shooting like that, I don't know what you can do. Bruce Bowen was with us earlier. He suggested that maybe they defend better. Evan Fournier was like, I don't know how to defend that, which was sort of obvious on that one. He had 17 points, put past Jordan, making a little history, and the first half wasn't even over. 30 seconds left in the first half, Rockets up 7, another step back over Fournier, and Fournier was like, I feel like we lost to Harden. Not the Rockets, just to Harden. Harden had 25 points in the first half. They led 62-55 at the break. And then in the second half, more NBA history is being chased because Harden already had 5 made threes in the first half, so he's 5 away from Steph Curry's record for the most made threes through 25 games. Creating the space, that's what he does. Harden 4 away. Step back over. I mean, Aaron Gordon was one of his victims there, 124-3 of the year, 2 away. He shot 15 threes in this game. He made 10 of them. That seems pretty good. In fact, it's 67% from 3. Harden says all he cares about is winning, and he just wants to win whatever it takes. Well, sometimes it takes stuff like this. It's him shooting the ball. It's not like other people weren't involved. I mean, Russell Westbrook had his fair share of points. It's just also that Harden had 54 points. Shot 51%. And he's going to get a record or 2. So he passes in one single game Michael Jordan for the most points for the first 25 games of the season, and then he ties Curry's 2015-16 record of 127 made threes in the first 25 games of the season. The Rockets are going to win this one. Harden now has 982 points this season. Rockets 130, Magic 107. And James Harden has been somewhere between ridiculous and very ridiculous this season. He's now just the 5th player in NBA history with back-to-back 50-point road games. He's the first to do it since Kobe did it back in 2007. And on the list of NBA players who have made at least 10 threes in consecutive games, it goes Steph Curry and then Harden. And that's it. Harden's effort is a Rockets franchise record. This is also Harden's 4th 50-point game in the last 7. I mean, come on. It's also his 12th of 2019, which is the most in a calendar year since Wilt back in 1964. So it's been a while.
All right, let's get to the Lakers. Let's get to the Heat. One of these teams is perfect at home. The other looking to run their road win streak to 13. It's easy for me to say. Heat 11-0 at home, but you've got a former member of the Heat reuniting with one of the other Heatles. That's Chris Bosh, showing some love to LeBron James. And LeBron was generous with the basketball here, man. Turnovers aplenty to start. That would lead to Jimmy Butler at the other end. 4 turnovers in the first quarter for LeBron, and the struggles continued in the second. Derrick Jones Jr. getting a hand on that, back the other way. The Heat had 18 points off of 7 LeBron turnovers in the first half. Here is the King.
My teammates got on my ass. They told me you're playing too passive, you're thinking about the game too much instead of just reading and reacting and doing what you do. They told me just be me. So I was like, thank God we got 2 halves in the basketball game where I can flush the first one.
All right, so 7 turnovers in the first half. He finished with 8, so he would tighten it up in the second half. Look at this run in the third quarter. We're going to keep a tally. Top of the screen. It's a 2-0 run after the dunk, 5-0 after the LeBron three-pointer. Danny Green said second half he definitely picked it up. Here you find Anthony Davis for a triple. Davis had a huge night. More on him in a second. But LeBron would finish with 28 points, and he actually gave credit to JaVale McGee, who was on the business end of the alley-oop there. Said we all fed off JaVale in the third quarter. Okay. Fourth quarter, it's a 6-point game. LeBron to Davis, one of LeBron's 12 assists and a couple of Davis's 33 points. Perhaps none as spectacular as this because of the mid-air deflection right to the brow, who also had 10 rebounds and 3 blocks. The story of Duncan Robinson is an interesting one. He gets starters minutes for the Heat, and a Heat team that's the second in the East coming into this game, and Jimmy Butler trusts him in big spots, and that is no small thing. So Robinson knocks down a 3. He made 3 threes, finished with 9 points. But here comes Davis, and when you're trading threes here late and you're trying to get back into it, it's a tough way to win a basketball game. Kendrick Nunn going to make a 3 at the other end. So there was a give and take in this one. Nunn had 16 points, and the Heat are within 1. You dial something up, you know it's going to be Jimmy Butler. He's not going to let anybody else shoot the basketball, but Butler's going to get to this ball no matter what. Runs through and over LeBron, but doesn't make the shot. Tried to sell the contact with Davis. He had 23 points, did Butler, just none there. Lakers 113-110, handing Miami its first home loss of the season. Here's LeBron appreciating the physicality. Oh, there is no appreciation for the physicality, but he did. He compared it to a heavyweight fight. Here, though, now is what LeBron continues to do on the scoring end. 25 points or more for the 769th game of his career. That actually now ties Michael Jordan for the 3rd most games in NBA history. So Jordan's all over this show so far. James could have a chance to break Kareem's all-time record later this season.